Yes. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Silent Podcast, the place where everything but silent. As usual, I am your co-host of the evening, Isaiah, here to talk with my amazing co-host, Nicole Horn, for the Isaiah and Nicole show. Nicole, how are you doing today?
Feeling good. The sun is shining. I've been sneezing with all this pollen in the air. I feel like all of my girls with allergies, like if you see my Twitter name, it's behind the secret, and instead of a name, it's just my like Nicole with a sneezing face. Like I am the
Mm-hmm.
sneezing face emoji this week. But I'm happy to be
Listen,
back.
I feel you. I feel really sick too. I'm not gonna lie. Like anyone who watches the video version of this, they're gonna see my lights are not on today. I'm very tired. Lots been going on for me, so I think I'll have stuff to talk about. But always good talking to you, Nicole.
Always. I feel like we just always like we're tangenting on tangents, like the banter. Whenever we start talking, it's like, oh, then we get going.
Yeah,
And then no one
yeah,
can stop
exactly.
us.
No one can stop.
I'd like to see them try. I'll fight them.
You want to fight them for me?
Yeah, not me like throwing threats out there. Like I tweeted this week that I would not be a good hockey player because I'd be scared of fighting. Like with
Mm-hmm.
all the playoff hockey, I've just been watching so many people get punched. Like more people get punched within like one of the three periods of a hockey game than I have in my whole life. It's like crazy.
I've never watched a hockey game before, Nicole.
Wow. No, the thing is like I'm not obsessed with hockey, but my mom's best friend who's kind of like my auntie girl,
Yeah,
she has season tickets to the Rangers, so I watched just so I could see her in the background and take like funny pictures of her and put them on Instagram.
yeah.
But then people started fighting. It was
Wow.
scary. Like no wonder why they have no teeth. I mean, no offense to the hockey community out there. I'm sure y'all are having a great time, but veneers are expensive. They better be getting paid a lot for the
I've
damage.
always wanted to go to a hockey game. They always look really cool. Like I've
No,
always
it's
been,
fun. I went last
you
year,
know,
got a beer, I was
yeah.
sipping, I got a pretzel with some
You
mustard.
sip it.
Ooh.
I saw a video of someone throwing a fish on a hockey ice rink
That's
before.
just PETA. Get PETA on the line right now.
Oh, okay, Isaiah, you look sick, but not sick, sick, but sick. Listen, shout out,
Like fat
shout
with a
out.
PH. You already
um,
know.
so I guess we could get started. So, okay, this has been a very chaotic weekend for me. So, first and foremost, hopefully my employees are looking at this. But first and foremost, I wasn't feeling the best, as you can see. So I called out on work uh 2 days ago, Saturday. So 3 day weekend, But it was crazy because I didn't really like rest for real. So the first day, Saturday, I went to my girlfriend's in PA, and we
Love.
went to her family's barbecue. It was like an outside family, so I had to do the awkward meeting everyone and just being conjoined to the hip for a little bit. But they were cool. They were drinking. My girlfriend's family likes to drink a lot. It's pretty fun.
Same.
Um,
Me
my
as the
family's not like
girlfriend.
that. And then okay, so she was watching her nephew. Fast forward to the next day. So it's Friday. No, it's Sunday. Yesterday, I totally forgot. So I was getting some work done in my house because my house is very chaotic right now. I just
Mm.
need to let you know. If you can't tell, like you see right there, that photo fell down, so I have to replace the vacuum switch
No.
for that.
I thought
That's
it
the
was an
least of my
artistic
worries.
choice. I thought those were stickers
No,
of
it
somebody paid
looks
for
horrible.
sex.
But what so yesterday, well, if anyone has watched the videos for this podcast before, they'll see last summer I had a lot of fans on. I was sweaty, I was hot, because my AC doesn't work, right? And
Ooh. Ooh.
wintertime is lit for me because my heat works, so I didn't have to get that fixed. But summertime's coming. I mean the spring, like the weather changes are coming. Okay, so I
Climate
was
change is on your doorstep right now.
global
Knock, knock,
warming is
knocking.
crazy. Knock, knock, knocking. So it's like I have to get this AC fixed before it gets hot. So I had two companies come out yesterday to try to give me quotes for my AC, right? First
Mhm.
one, I'm not gonna name drop them because I don't know if that's fair to these companies. They were very nice to me, but first company to replace the heating in the AC system outside and inside, $13,000. But they
You
dropped
fucking
down
for
to an
real.
11. Okay.
Okay, like that's any better. Okay, I'll go get my $11,000 in my safe.
Okay. Second company. Um, they were actually doing the same amount, 13,000. And then thankfully I had my parents there to help me with negotiation, but they're like, all right, look, we can match you with the other company, but we need to answer today and it needs to be scheduled for Tuesday. You know,
Ugh,
I'll be aggressive. We're like, all right, yeah, we'll call you. I was just like, bro, I'm about to be so broke. Third company. It's not really a company, it's like a family friend who's done work in my house before. So
mhm.
he's like, he's starting a practice with his friend. So he was like, I could do this 8,000. 8,000.
Ugh.
But the difference with that one is I can't do a payment plan because they're still small. So they would need it like while they're working. So like half of it before they start so they can get the equipment.
Not the deposit.
Yes. And then the other half after they finish. I'm gonna be broke regardless, okay?
Oh,
But
and you're trying to support local business. You're trying to,
mhm,
support, people from your, yeah, you can't do that. Oh,
it's crazy. It's
you
crazy
want to support
sauce.
local business at what cost? A
At what
million
cost?
dollars?
Listen, the life isn't cheap, and it's just a price to pay to not sweat though.
Yeah,
Like I
I
woke
was
up and
gonna
sweat.
say.
Yeah, so I need it.
Like you ever have a dream where you're drowning and you just wake up and your whole forehead is covered?
That
Or
was
just
me
me?
last year.
Oh,
That
no,
was
my
me, and it
parents
wasn't a
actually,
dream.
yeah, I just got my AC. My dad helped bring it in, and my boyfriend carried upstairs like the good Christian man that he is.
Hmm.
And so hopefully I won't be sweating, but like the years where I had a bad AC, especially in New York City, when I had that exposed brick, it was over. I was
Hmm.
showering 4 times a day. Bad for my water bill, bad for my skin, but good for everyone else that I didn't smell like cheese all the time because it
Yeah.
easily could have been that way.
Listen, I was considering getting an AC unit, much cheaper, but problem is my windows are vertical. Okay, so they
Ooh,
slide. I can't. I
imagine the
can't.
vertical AC. That would be so goofy.
That'd be crazy. So
That'd be leaking out the bottom. Ugh,
yeah.
nasty.
So I definitely got to take the L this time, but that's fine. And then oh, my earphones just died on me. Sad days. Anyway, another thing that's to put on the list. The worst
No,
thing though.
Mercury is retrograde. Did you hear? It was trending on Twitter.
No, what is that?
So basically, you know how Mercury has a smaller orbit than Earth because it's closer to the sun?
Okay.
So whenever Earth passes Mercury, it looks like it's going backwards, retrograde. And
Really?
basically it just means that like shit gets wacky for a few weeks. So don't sign
Mm,
any contracts, don't have any
no.
serious conversations with your employers.
No.
But yeah, things are getting wacky. It was trending on Twitter.
It's true. Ugh, I don't even want to talk about my employer. But yeah, it's true. And that so this is the last wacky thing, and this was today. So
Oh,
actually, no, this has been a growing issue.
a
So
theme? A
yes,
theme, a pattern,
a
a
pattern.
trend.
So my fridge has been like having a leak, right?
Okay.
And
Ooh,
I
bad.
didn't think it was that big of a problem. Like, we're gonna get it fixed, boom. I go to the laundry room, ceiling drips. I was like, all right,
Ooh.
this needs to get done today. They fixed it though. They fixed it. I only had to pay like what, 160. They fixed it, but this is the adventures of home ownership, Nicole. Like, it's a lot of
I
money.
mean, yeah, but you can say you own a home, and I'm out
That
here giving all of my money to a private company. They do
you
be fixing, like, I'll just call them and be like, hey, the light in my fridge is a little dim. Can you look at it? But I'm paying for that, so
yeah.
might as well enjoy it while I have it.
See, the good thing though is the cost, like, the value of my house has been going up exponentially. So
Yup.
just putting in
Better
a
not
new
pop.
AC unit is going to probably even raise it a little bit more, like it's going to be brand new.
You're
So
investing. You're not saving yourself from sweating. You're investing.
yeah, well, I'm doing both. I'm doing
Yeah,
both.
true, true. Those are both. I say not sweating like it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
I hate being sweaty
Um,
so much.
but enough about me, Nicole. What's been going on with you?
Just chilling. Like I said, I was with my parents this weekend. The boy
Mhm.
came out. We chilled with my dog. My parents recently, like, I mean, it's a golden doodle. Like, he's gonna get really fluffy. But we
Yeah.
came out at the wrong time after his haircut, so he wasn't as fluffy. And
Okay.
like, you're so cute, but like in 2 weeks, like, oh, I wish I was seeing you in 2 weeks. It's like seeing the cherry blossoms before they bloom, you know?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's
I
real.
miss the peak, you know, like in the fall with the foliage. Like I
Yeah.
miss peak foliage with my dog. It's a
The
little
peak
too early.
foliage. I
Yeah,
wanna
going to your hometown is fun. I saw some people I knew at the diner.
okay.
And I was like, oh, those girls would be so cute. I'd say hi to them if they weren't all raging Republicans that have Blue Lives Matter stickers on their car.
Oh, I just dropped my phone, I'm sorry.
See,
But
that was
yeah.
my reaction when I saw them. I dropped my phone so I could stop staring at them. And then I put my head up slowly, made sure they couldn't see me. We weren't in the same eyesight of each other. And I just kept eating my omelet.
Mm, that's crazy, man. I can't it's always the awkward interactions where like, I mean, I don't wanna be problematic, but like people who like all right, like you see a Trumpy or something, like I don't know how to interact with you. I'm just going to keep it moving on. Do I make eye contact? Like, I don't know. Um, I seen someone walk around at a job that was at one time. He was like a customer there or whatever. He was like, had a really problematic shirt. I don't remember what it
Oh,
was, but he just
probably
like
the best
walked
to
in.
not repeat it, even if you
Yeah,
did
and I
know
was
it.
just like, do I say something or do I just mind my business? Like, I don't, it was a mess. I don't know.
No, see, I clearly choose to mind my business. Like these are the type of girls I unfollowed in 2020 type
Mm,
energy because I'm like, why are you going to Florida in the middle of a pandemic?
listen,
Yeah, whack all
people want to
around.
get their tan on, Nicole.
I mean, me too. Like the minute that the UV is above 7, I'm like a zombie. Like I just go straight outside and I stand in the sun until I melt. But you know what? Like a little bronze does me good. I work in an office all day. Like
Me
I need
too.
like that little thing to live. I need that vitamin D.
Get a spray tan.
I
Now,
need I am a spray tan girly. I got a
oh
couple
really?
when I tore my ACL, I was just feeling really down about myself. I was like all pasty, like I wasn't going outside.
Hmm.
So my mom took me to get a spray tan.
What did you do to tear your ACL?
I fell down the stairs while moving. So embarrassing.
Oh my god.
So I had previously like weakened the muscle behind my knee when I was horseback riding, when I was studying abroad. I know, flex. I fell off getting off the horse because the man was like tres dos uno, and I thought we were like going on tres dos uno and then another beat. So he could not help me get off, and I fell on the knee that ended up being bad. And the Argentinian healthcare system, like they didn't want to give me an MRI, so I just walked around on a really weakened knee and then I fell down the stairs. So
Oh
that was
my
like
god.
the nail in the coffin.
Blame the horse.
I stay blaming horses.
Yeah.
Seabiscuit, you know what you did.
Not is that his name, Seabiscuit?
No, I mean
I was like,
I do not remember. I choose to forget, but I recently went horseback riding on vacation with my family again. I know, cancel me for the ecotourism, but it was fun. I mean, I can say I like got through that fear of falling off a horse again.
cancel Applejack. No, I feel you. Like,
No, no, no.
no, I
BoJack
don't.
Horseman, count your days.
I don't think I could ride a horse. Like, there's just like certain things that I'm like. Well, actually, I mean, I could ride a horse if like I really wanted to, but there's certain things I can't do. Like, my girlfriend's very adventurous. I'm not. Like, she wants to skydive. I'm never doing
I
that.
could never,
Never.
never.
Deep sea scuba diving. No. I just think
What
it's
could possibly be down there that you want to see?
so if you go to Bermuda, there's sunken ships that you can go scuba dive to.
Oh, see, I've
But
been to Bermuda but never saw a sunken ship. I just go to the pig
yeah, I
sand beach and
did.
drink a pina colada.
Yeah, okay. But there's just like people want to like go past their bounds. There's certain things that we were meant to not do, you
Of
know?
course. God
Like,
didn't want us to fall out of planes. God didn't even know what planes were when he was
right. I don't
alive.
even think God wants us to fly or drive, but we're doing it? So it's like, I'm already living like a rebel as is. So I don't think that I'm built like that. I'm not built diff. So it's like
No, definitely.
I can't do all that. I don't I value my life personally.
Sorry, some
Um
of us value our lives.
yeah, I see. Yeah. Um
I have
So,
enough like anxiety already. I don't need to jump out of a plane to like
are you very
exasperate it.
anxious?
Oh, of course. Like I was the girl in like 11th grade where like it sounds more like OCD, but like I had like all my little rituals that I needed to do, just like
Mhm.
things to like maybe they were more like things to calm me down, but just like I'm always overthinking. Like I don't know, maybe that's why I smoke so much of the you know what
You know what?
balance
Is
me
it
out.
legal where you're at?
Of course, it's
Okay.
crazy when we were in my parents' town. Like before we got lunch, we're like, yeah, we can smoke in the parking lot. You can smoke anywhere where you can smoke a cigarette.
You smoke with your parents?
They're aware, but like as long as I'm not like, operating large machinery after, they don't care what I do. Like
Facts.
I hold a job, I pay
Yeah,
my rent,
okay.
I paid
Okay.
taxes. Oh lordy lord, that was not fun. Um,
I'm
but like
more of
I can
a
smoke weed if I want. Sorry. And
I'm
it
no,
was
no, no, you're
420
good.
this week, you know?
Listen, I respect it. I'm just trying to think. Some things shouldn't be spoken on this podcast. I don't know who's watching. But no, I feel you. I respect you. Um, yo, I almost sidebar, I almost came to your house. Like what? Was it
Oh
last week?
yeah. Yeah, that would have been crazy. Like imagine the
Imagine
crossover,
the
you in my
crazy.
apartment. It would be like a little too real. I mean, you'll be there eventually. You'll have to come
It's
visit.
the Isaiah and Nicole show in real life.
No, literally, just us like chatting like hyenas from the living room to the bedroom.
Right. How many weeks? Let me see how many weeks before I come to your motherland, to the motherland, for your
Motherland
motherland. Um,
to
1,
Brooklyn, of all places
3,
to have an event.
4.
Brooklyn, let's
That's
do it.
4 weeks
4 weeks. Oh
before
my
we
gosh,
take
that
the city
means
over.
4 more episodes of
4 weeks.
Survivor. Oh, there's so many people left.
When does Big Brother come on?
I feel like like 4th of July time. Like it's always mad late.
Let me see. For Big Brother 20, because they're casting right now. There's not usually like a big gap in between Survivor and Big Brother, right? Start
It's
date.
not massive, but it's been getting larger and larger. I feel like they do
Uh,
tough as nails now to kind of fill the time.
we can expect the season to kick off sometime in late July, early
Late
June.
July?
Sorry, late June, early July.
Okay, okay, that makes more sense. I was gonna say, what happened to the show of the summer? They should just throw that tagline in the garbage.
So wait, how long do I have to wait? Like, hold on, one. I mean, a couple weeks. I can survive. I'll be fine.
Yeah, you have your people up north. They're holding it down for you right now. Is it
For I
going
mean
well?
that
I'm not watching.
it's going well, but that show ends literally in a couple weeks too. Like
Damn.
whenever they're doing the RHAB Canada event, that's the week it ends. That's why they're doing two events. They're doing the Survivor one. That's not the finale part. They're just doing a Survivor know-it-alls, and then the day after they're doing a Big Brother Canada finale. So I'm assuming all the people from the show are going to go to wherever they're at because all the alumni are going to be there. I'm just like, oh, but I can't do everything. Like I really wanted to go. I can't go, but
No,
I'm
that's
gonna be in New
fair.
York, so it's okay.
You're getting where you need to be, and that's how God intended. This is a very holy podcast we're doing.
Is it?
Amen.
The
I've mentioned the G man so many times at this point.
G man. That's fact. That's fact. You did. Um, I'm trying to think. What else is going on? Work is tiring. I don't want to talk about work. That's gonna make me drained just talking about it.
Do you know what work made me do today?
What?
So I'm on a team. So when somebody can't, go on site to do their field work, because we write reports based on, investigations. So I'm like, I'll go in the place of my coworker.
Mm-hmm.
So I wake up this morning, go all the way to the Bronx to like do this site visit, talk to some staff members.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, the map says 10-minute walk. The map did not account for incline. So I turn to the right, about to go make my right turn. It
Okay.
is a giant staircase.
I would have
It
turned
was
around.
a 7-flight staircase, and there was no way to go around it.
Yeah.
So I'm huffing and puffing. There's people in pajamas going to school. They're going up faster than me because I have my laptop, I have my clipboard, I have all my things. And then you get to the top of this giant staircase and you have to keep going up. So I get to the top. I'm like sweaty. I'm out of breath. Luckily, they have a water bottle for me when I get to where I need to be. And then I'm doing my interviews. And the person I'm talking to is like, yeah, it's like there's a lot of tourists around here. We have the Joker steps. So I had to walk up the Joker steps to go to work today.
It's almost like they've never heard of the invention called the elevator, you know?
I wish they would. I wish they
That's
would. Like,
crazy.
you don't need a gym membership if you live in the Bronx. If you're in Highbridge,
Mm.
you just every street is a hill. It was crazy.
Oh, the Joker stuff. You're talking about the
Like from
Joker
the movie The
movie.
Joker when he's
Is
on the
that you
steps
were
doing
at the
the
actual
pose.
steps?
I had to walk up those for
I'm
work.
dead. That's
And
crazy. Did
I
you do the
had
dance
no
at least?
idea that they were the Joker steps until the guys mentioned it. I'm like, I just thought they were any other stairs. So on my way back, I take those steps home. So I'm taking my little pictures. Those things are steep. Like my foot slipped just a little bit, and I was like, I'm not letting go. I'm gripping the handrail right now. This better not fail me now.
Did you at least do the dance like Joaquin Phoenix?
So there were so many tourists at the bottom taking pictures doing the dance, and I'm
Wow.
in the back of all of them, probably just like slumped over, out of breath, because I had just walked uphill to get to the steps.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But I got to the train. But my Apple Watch was like, are you doing, an outdoor strength workout this morning?
Mm-mm. I can
So that
imagine
was
living in your area. Like, how is it living in such a tourist location?
So out by me is great. Like nobody really like comes around like my street. Like sure there's like bars and clubs, but because I work really in a tourist area, it's just
Hmm.
a weird feeling where I'm like I have my sunglasses on, my hood up, like I'm not trying to be in anyone's picture. I
Yeah.
don't want to be stopped for an interview by a TikToker. Like if I see somebody with a microphone on the street, I bolt. It's like when I see someone that's like, "Do you want to donate money on the street?" I'm like running as fast as I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the bad thing about the tourists. And like the other point was going to
I
be like
couldn't.
every single day they're like, "Do you want to donate to help children in Slovakia?" And like, I don't have all this money. I gotta go. I'm like running to my office.
Literally, when I went to the Cartoon Network hotel, the front desk person was so shady. It was funny. It was like literally, this is like a kid or like a millennial like hotel, right? It was like there
Mhm.
was literally like a grown ass wedding couple that was telling us, asking us for like a honeymoon package or something. We were like,
On
sir,
the streets, have you no shame?
this is a cartoon. This is a child's hotel. Like, are you serious? Like, what you want to have like your honeymoon jig on in some like Ben 10 sheets? Like, what are you doing?
No, not the
Like,
Ben 10 sheets. I was conceived in Ben 10 sheets. Like literally, you could not
uh,
waterboard that information out of me.
oh, they were talking about your little Joker step situation. Icon 33 should have gotten your boogie on.
I had just had a near-death experience, almost slipping down the steps. So I was not, in the headspace to boogie, but I'm sure everybody at the bottom of the steps. I mean, I saw them; they were boogieing.
Mm-hmm.
I was
They're
probably looking
boogie.
at them, and that's why I slipped.
Okay. Um, trying to decide. So I got contacted to play another LRG. So it's a good friend though, this one.
Live.
But it's not gonna be on YouTube. It's gonna be like just
It's a
recorded.
secret.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. He said he's only recruiting, he's not doing auditions, but like it's cheap too, it's only $100. I'm like, I might do it. I might do it. But I
Next
will have
time,
to call
if
out.
I ever think about it, you'll have to be like my accountant. Like, is this too expensive?
That's cheap in comparison to some of these people charge more than $400. Now,
For what?
granted,
Not even eating.
granted, some of them are multi-day, orgs. You got to feed people. You got to pay for the B&B. You got to pay for the equipment. All right, cool. Whatever. But like $600. Like there's this Big Brother LRG. I'm not gonna name drop it, but like they literally are. So they were like 600 something entry fee. I'm like, hell no. And then I see like an update on the page. Oh, we've actually reconsidered, the entrance fee.
Of course.
We dropped it to 450. I'm like, that's that's
Because too
still a
many
lot.
people were on the streets being like, "Can you donate to my live reality game fund?"
Okay. Yeah. That actually just answered the question. What is an LRG? An LRG is a live reality game. So, if you're into like Big Brother, Survivor, all those reality shows, and you want to experience it, the challenge that's came up recently. These are fan ran games. We're actually starting to see people from that world kind of get on the actual show, so Chanel Howell, Tori, like Daniel,
Carolyn? How could you
Carolyn.
forget?
Carolyn played the LRGs.
Carolyn is Miss LRG. Multiple people that
Wow,
I'm mutuals with in RHAP say they've played with her and she's exactly the same way in real
I had
life.
no clue.
She's that girl, and I think she's won multiple.
Oh wow, Sammy actually played one too. I saw on YouTube. I came across him.
I did.
Yeah,
Facebook is like, do you want to be friends with Sammy Lady? And we have no mutual friends. Like, how
wow.
did this pop up? Like, are
Maybe
people
because of that,
searching for
because of the
him?
LRG,
Maybe. Maybe
or
we'll have
maybe he's
mutuals
searching you.
soon if he keeps it up with the
You're a
people I hang
celebrity.
out with. I'm a
uh,
celebrity. Get me out of here.
but yeah, so that's basically what LRG is. But I'm deciding. I think I'm going to play it though. But the issue is, I just called out of work. Obviously, I feel like I've called out this year. It's only April. I called out like at least 2 other times.
The year,
I don't
it's
want to like,
basically Christmas. You go
yeah.
crazy.
I don't want to keep calling out though. Like I have a vacation, so I'm coming to New York. I already got 2 days off for that. I got 3 to 4 days for California. I don't know if I should like keep doing it because I'm not going to lie. Like my work performance is not the highest. I just do what I'm expected to do.
As
Uh,
you should.
but sometimes I'd be slacking a little bit. So I don't know if I'm in a position to be calling out, but we'll see. Who knows?
Oh,
Um,
well, I will pray that you suddenly come into a promotion where you get unlimited PTO.
I should just start my own company.
I would just sign up. Are you kidding?
The Isaiah company.
Yeah,
This
I'll
is
be
the
vice
company you're
president.
in.
I'm ready.
Oh, wait a minute. I just peeped something. Speaking of company, who took my logo down? Jerks. Get out of here. Who did that? I need to
When
figure
I
out
find them, it's over. I'm
like
going
how
back into my
dare
fighting
you?
era.
How dare you take down the Solid Podcast logo? Who the hell? Listen, I'm gonna get to the bottom of that. That's crazy.
No,
Um
call me Nancy Drew. I'm pulling out the magnifying glass.
the
This sounds
magnifying glass.
like a story that I'd like to listen to.
It sounds like a story.
I'm
Wait,
trying to
hold
get
up.
to the bottom of this.
Pull out the magnifying glass because we need to figure this out. Like I don't
Yeah.
know what's going on here, but this needs to be solved. Where's my
No,
mouse at?
you really just like
Okay.
ate this up. Is this like a thing? Do people do this? Where they put the phone to their eye and it looks like a magnifying glass? Because
I
it's
don't
kind of giving. Oh my god, this is goofy. So
I'm dead.
you learn something new every day. Who needs TikTok and Twitter when you can just have fun with a mirror
Okay,
and the camera?
listen. I like to do stuff. People listen, the people are like very confused by me because I just do stuff, bro. But like it's a moment.
They should learn a lesson or two.
I learn lessons from you all the time.
I try to teach you. I taught you what Mercury in retrograde
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
I taught you that people on Long Island have very particular political views.
Mm-hmm. You're a good
I
teacher.
told you
Get
about the
a
steps.
teaching. Get a teaching degree.
No, for
Um,
real.
yeah.
Back to school, get another degree. Like, I need a hole in the head at this point. Are you
Facts,
kidding?
bro.
No,
Facts.
I found out that I have to take a civil service test in the
What is
month of
that?
like June. Essentially, it's like you take this test and you have to you take a test and you can get a specific competitive title at the city level. So it helps
Mm-hmm.
you become more competitive for jobs.
Yeah.
And I have to take it. I'm like, I tweeted about this. I'm like, where am I in like the Han Dynasty, like in ancient China?
Should be
Because
like
that's when the civil service test was administered.
South Beach Pawn. You know. I
I
forget what
mean,
channel that was even on, but yeah.
probably like A&E, like some man channel. Spike.
I was so dumb back in the day. I used to think those shows were real too, like South
Like a
Beach
thousand ways
Show.
to die. I thought that people were actually dying. It was
Wait, they
scary as
didn't?
hell.
I'm playing. Let me stop.
Not the dramatization. That was all to say, like, I just don't want to take a test again. I'm not going back to school anytime soon.
I
That
remember
chapter is
when
closed except for when I have to take a civil service test.
back in the day, Who Done It was on ABC. Like this is when
A
ABC
classic.
they were trying to like compete with the reality TV bag. It's such an injustice that I only got one season, but people actually thought people were dying on this show. I'm like, are you dumb? Like, come on
On
now.
Who Done It?
On Who Done It?
Bro,
Like,
you
come
better
on
not show
now.
them like The Conjuring. That they're really gonna believe
Right.
that people were getting conjured.
Listen, ABC had a run They had that.
Glass House.
They had Glass House, which got sued by CBS,
But
because
like
it was
it
a Big
was
Brother
so
clone.
iconic though.
It was a Big Brother clone though. Like they had live feeds, a house, challenges, something that was like a Vita. It was more like BBOTT though, because the viewers got to choose who left. But like, come on now, like what were they thinking?
And there was less privacy than Big Brother, which you wouldn't even think is possible.
I want to do a Glass House review. I think that would be fun.
No, bring it back. Where the hell can you even find it? Like Hulu? The
Probably on
depths of
YouTube.
Hulu?
Alex
Probably on YouTube,
Stein
you're
was
right.
like the Dr. Will wannabe, and then I saw
Bruh, he
him,
was such a flop.
bro.
He
He
remains a
was
flop.
exposed recently for like making
For
like super
flopping.
racist terms against AOC. He was like, "Hey guys, it's my I don't know if I should repeat. It's nothing but he was like, look, it's my favorite big booty Latina AOC," and I was like, "Wait, isn't that Alex Stein from the Glass House?" I was like, "What the fuck?"
If
He is
your biggest
horrible.
credit is the Glass House, you might want to rethink,
First
that
boot,
career in entertainment.
first boot at that.
I
So
know.
ugh,
Floppiana, the OG flop.
Fabiana. Um, CBS had a really good show called Kid Nation that I really
I
love.
was sad for Kid
I
Nation. Are
watched that
you
with my mom.
kidding?
Yeah.
The
But if
girl that
you
was like a huge brat, like she was my favorite because I was like,
listen,
me.
so if you go on Reddit, like some of those kids actually like answer questions from their stuff. I remember the one girl who was like the sheriff and all that, like she was literally had a YouTube channel explaining it and then she took it down randomly. And the CBS
No.
assassins, they be on top of that. But there was a lot of bad stuff that happened behind the scenes. So I think that's why the show shut down. But that was such a good show.
I wanted to be on Kid Nation so bad. Like, and I
Yeah.
say that like I wouldn't. I am complaining about AC. I wouldn't last one day in the Kid Nation.
Bonanza City, you gotta kill a chicken. But listen, if you save your money, you could go get candy, get toys. That was crazy. Get some root beer. You know,
I know.
whoever made that needs to get a raise. Um,
Period.
all right, listen, we've been talking for 30 minutes about a whole lot of nonsense, but this is a fun little episode, Nicole. What you
We
think?
always have a fun little episode. Are you kidding?
Absolutely.
When I
Uh,
almost die and you have to spend like $7,000 in like 2 days, that's when the most chaos happens, and I like it. Well,
on the
not for
Joker
you.
steps.
Yeah, the Joker
Okay.
steps. And
Um,
who was the real clown though? Yeah.
obviously, yes. Okay. But okay, Nicole, thank you so much as usual for joining me. I'm dead. Valencia literally just linked us on Twitter of a whole season one of Glass House on YouTube. That's hilarious.
I
Shout out
am
Valencia.
sitting down.
Shout out Valencia. But all right. So Nicole, where can people find you and what you getting into?
I'm behind the secret everywhere, probably tweeting something really deranged, so you might as well check it out, have a little laugh.
Okay. And then you can find me at 8 Ball Bangers, usually here on some podcasts, talking about Big Brother, all that fun stuff. Me and Javier are finally recording our finale for the very late but great Love is Blind season 4 reunion. Got a lot of opinions about the show and then Netflix, because what the hell? Over an
It was
hour
the
late.
event of the century, and they just squashed it.
They messed it up big time. But like Valencia says in the chat, like and subscribe, become a part of the Silent Podcast family. Check out our audio platforms. You can check out our social media pages and all that fun stuff. Give it a like, give it a sub, give it a comment. It helps up with our algorithm. But if you're on the audio, just rate it 5 stars. If you don't like it, just come back later. Just wait until you hear something that you do like, because don't mess up my ratio. We've worked very hard for it. But yes, until next time, this is the Isaiah and Nicole podcast. Have a good one. Bye.